Derek O'Brien initially asked to leave the House, a resolution being passed by Piyush Goyal, the leader of the government in the Rajya Sabha, that Derek O'Brien should be suspended, and then he wasn't suspended. So what really happened? Derek O'Brien, Trinamool Congress MP joining us, suspended or not, Derek O'Brien, what has happened? You have, the chairman of the Rajya Sabha says you were engaging in unruly behavior. What really happened? Are you suspended or not?
You see, I'm not the person who can answer that question. All I know is the rules of the Rajya Sabha clearly state that if a motion has to be brought, a motion has to be voted upon, and after that motion is voted upon, then the member can be suspended. No motion has been voted upon today, so perhaps you should have also listened, Mr. Sardesai, to the 2 p.m. what the chairman have to say. The issue is that, okay, the issue is not whether Derek O'Brien is suspended or not suspended. The issue is much, much bigger. By the way, there's no suspension. The motion hasn't been moved. The issue is a much bigger issue. And let's not, with all this, get distracted from that big issue. What is that big issue? The India Alliance, Congress, Trinamool, DMK, AAP, JDU, RJDs, SP, Shiv Sena, CPM, CPI, NCP, JMM, plus, of course, the Alliance plus BRS, all these parties together are making one appeal to the Prime Minister of India. Honorable Prime Minister, sir, you've never answered any questions ever in Parliament. You haven't come here for 19 days to speak on Manipur. You've come here in 2021 in the whole year for 4 hours. You campaign in 1 day in 4 hours. You pass bills in Parliament. 1/3 of those bills are anti-federal. Mr. Prime Minister, what can be so important that you don't want to come to Parliament? These are all members of Parliament. Mr. Prime Minister, you're the first Prime Minister of India to be born in independent India. Come to Parliament. Talk to us about Manipur. Even if you don't talk to us first, then listen, then talk. Mr. Prime Minister of India, you're a child of federalism. You were the Chief Minister of Gujarat. So Manipur is a state.
No, did you explode? Are you telling me you exploded because of the Prime Minister still continuing not to speak on Manipur in Parliament? He will speak, of course, in the Lok Sabha on the no confidence motion on Thursday. But what sparked off this sudden heated round between you and Jagdeep Dhankar? Derek O'Brien ko gussa kyun aaya?
This is not, don't make it a matchup between the chairman of the Rajya Sabha and the parliamentary party leader of the Trinamool Congress in the Rajya Sabha. This is an issue which is going on from the 20th of July. The India Alliance parties have been trying to work out any way possible to get the Prime Minister to come. Please give me 1 minute to explain this. First, we've been asking every day for an emergency rule 267 discussion. Government is saying no to that. Prime Minister, come. Government has come up with a rule saying 176, which is a light discussion. My colleagues, actually, from the Congress, Jairam Ramesh, myself, Mr. Ram Gopal Yadav, Mr. Siva, 3-4 of us sat down in the CPM with the leader of the House and the Parliamentary Affairs Minister, and we said, listen, this was over tea. We want 267. You want 176. Here's an idea to discuss Manipur. People of India are not interested in your rules and the number of the rule. People of India want a discussion on Manipur. So we've given them a solution 4 days ago to come have a discussion.
No, you are insisting that the Prime Minister be part of that discussion. That's where the breakdown has taken place.
Absolutely. Mr. Sardesai, if the Prime Minister has the time to go for photo opportunities to release cheetah cubs, 9 of them which sadly die. In the last 10 days or last 1 month, the Prime Minister has been to 7 countries around the world in 30 days. If the Prime Minister of India can go and address the officers of the Indian Forest Service, by all means, if the Prime Minister can go to Maharashtra and get an award, congratulations to him. He can do all this. We're very humbly, very calmly asking the Prime Minister to come to Parliament. This is the same Prime Minister, mind you, who genuflected and did pranam on the footsteps of Parliament. but the Prime Minister has to come to Parliament. Which MP, doesn't matter which party you belong to, even if you're not part of the India Alliance, would not want his Prime Minister or her Prime Minister to come to Parliament. Now, if you want us to sit down there like students in the class whose teacher hasn't come for 19 days to class and every day we'll go into school, or better still, you know what? You know that para, you love cricket, even I like cricket. This is like that when we used to play para cricket in Calcutta, the locality cricket. If you were losing, you take the bat away, you take the ball away, and that's how none of us could play cricket. We want Parliament to function.
No, you want Parliament to function, but you also want the Prime Minister to speak on Manipur. That's not happening in the Rajya Sabha, as a result of which the Rajya Sabha will not debate Manipur. What have you gained out of this?
No, what do you want us to? Please, you give us a suggestion, Mr. Sardesai. You're a senior pro. We've even come off 267. We want the Prime Minister of India, if the Council of States wants the Prime Minister of India from the 20th of July now to the 8th of August and 11th of August to come to Parliament. Is it too much? Is it too much of a demand? Is it too much of a demand? Okay, we can try some. If something is making them uncomfortable, maybe the Prime Minister feels, no, I don't want to be facetious. This is a very serious issue. BJP have not even sent a delegation to Manipur. Let the Prime Minister not only come there, let the Prime Minister lead us. Lead opposition MPs, all MPs, India Alliance MPs, BJP MPs. Come on, have a discussion here, and on the weekend or on Monday, let's all go to Manipur.
Can I ask you a simple question at the end? Is there a complete breakdown in trust between you and the chairman of the Rajya Sabha, between you and Piyush Goyal, the leader of the government in the Rajya Sabha, between the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition? There's no dialogue. I mean, all of you on taxpayers' money, session after session, complete mistrust. Every session virtually ending in a long jam.
Mr. Sardesai, thank you for giving me time on your platform today to express the views which my colleagues also from the India Alliance are expressing. If you think we are asking for too much, asking for the Prime Minister to come and participate in a debate in both houses, if that is too much and you think we are being cussed, how can you think that? I will still use your platform to appeal again to the Prime Minister. That is not about ego. This is not about arrogance. Please come, sir. Come, not for our sake. You don't like India Alliance. You have lots of things to say about us. Keep saying that. But for the sake of the people of Manipur, for the sake of the people of India, please, sir, you please come to Parliament. Please come. We will listen to you. We are not jumping into the well. Mr. Amit Shah spoke in Rajya Sabha. Nobody jumped into the well. His body language to us was very different, very aggressive. But okay, we heard him out. Asking the Prime Minister of India, why does he suffer from parliamentophobia? Parliamentophobia must be a new word which expresses.
He says you all suffer from Modi phobia. He says you all suffer from Modi phobia. You say he suffers from parliamentary phobia.
I'll tell you.
Yes.
Mr. Sardesai,
30 seconds.
Mr. Sardesai, let me end by telling you, I've given you facts. No questions answered in Parliament. 4 hours spent in 2021. Not come for Manipur for the last 20 days. These are the facts.
Okay.
The young people of India especially are listening. India jeetega Bharat. That's what the change will take place.
Okay, we'll wait and see whether any change takes place in 2024. But for now, Derek O'Brien, you're not suspended apparently after being asked to leave the house. Either way, you're here on TV being heard. Appreciate your joining us. Derek O'Brien, there at the top of the news.